Last class we have discussed about the variables, data types, and how we will convert the data one data type to another type. So today we'll continue that. Today we'll discuss the array. You already studied array. Can you listen me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
Okay, okay.
sir, can you please disable the chat box?
Yes, sorry, sir. Okay. So we'll continue this today's topic array. Array already you know the array in C programming language. Same concept is here, but the declaration and the use, the syntax is little bit different. So here, when you declare the array, you need not to give the size. Okay, so like that. So again, we'll speed up these fundamental things about the array because already you knew the array concept. Okay, so let me switch up the camera. So as you know, an array is a group of like type variables referred to by a common name. Okay, referred to by a common name with individual variables accessed by their index. Okay, the name is common, but the individual location variable will be accessed by the index position. So for array, what you have to do? First, you have to declare the array. Okay, then create the array, initialize the array, then use it. Okay, these are the four things in Java. You have to declare it, then create it. See, in C programming, you are creating the array variable directly, but here declaring and creating are two different things in Java, because at the time of declaration, we will not mention the size of the array. At the time of creation, we will mention the size of the array. Okay, initialization, like the C programming, here also you can initialize at the time of creation or declaration. Then how can you use it? These four things we will see now. So here arrays can have one or several dimensions, like one dimensional, two dimensional. This thing also you knew in C programming language. So first let us see array declaration. So the array declaration involves declaring an array identifier. Point 2, declaring the number of dimensions. Next is declaring the data type of the array element. Then 2, style of array declaration. Here in Java, you can declare like the data type, then array name, the array variable name, then square bracket start and end, or data type, square bracket start and array variable semicolon. In these two methods, you can declare the array in Java. Okay, so let us see first in the program how it can be done. Let us declare one variable, the int, suppose arr1, then parenthesis start, parenthesis end. So this is one way of declaration. Okay, this is one way of declaration. Similarly, suppose char, suppose carr2, bracket start end. So this is character array declaration. Okay, now so this is about array declaration. Next, array creation. To create the array, so that is after declaration. Actually, after declaration, no array is exists. Okay, no array exists. So in order to create the array, we use the new operator. In Java, there is an operator that looks like a keyword word that is new. Okay, we will use new operator. Okay, normally you have seen in C programming plus, minus, star, slash, this is backslash, percentage. These are the greater than, less than. These are the operators in C programming. But in C programming, there is one operator uh, which is looks like one function. Can anybody say the what is that operator which looks like function in C? The size of operator is there in C, which is looks like the function, but it is an operator. Also, like that, here new operator is there, which is what? It is a word. It will use. It is required for creating the space, reserving the space for the array. So for example, here syntax is data type, array, variable, square brackets at end. Then next you have to initialize, means create it, array variable equal to new type size. Okay, now let us see this in the program, how can we write it. So here ARR1, ARR1 equal to new what? New data type, that is int, then size suppose 5. Okay, 5. This is your array creation. Here array declaration. Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Array creation. Okay, so this is array, integer array created, declared. This one is integer array created. Okay, so this is the method to create the array. Now, this creates a new array to hold the particular size elements of type, data type, particular given data type, which reference will be kept in the variable array variable. Okay. Next, how can we access the array element? Index position is there. Using index position, you can access the, assign the value or access it. In like C program, here also the first index position is 0. Okay, the last index position will be the array size -1. Okay, so the Java runtime system makes sure that all array indexes are in the current range. Otherwise, raises runtime error. Suppose when you run the program, if you are going to store more than the size, if you are trying to refer more than the size, then it will show the runtime error. So that is the task of Java, JRE, Java runtime environment. Okay, the runtime system, which will check it whether you are accessing within the range or not. Okay, now let us see how we will use that index. Okay, so how can we use, suppose I want to store a value in first position, ARR1 within square bracket 0 equal to suppose 3. Okay, ARR1 then 1 equal to suppose 5. Okay, now suppose we will print now we will print uh, system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println ARR1 square bracket, suppose 0.
गलती को भी पूरा कर दे।
यस, किसका माइक्रोफोन ऑन है, थोड़ा बंद कर दो। ARR 0 plus suppose space plus ARR 1, then 1. Okay. So here we are trying to print 0 position data and 1 position data. Okay. And within the 0 and 1 position data means it will, here it will print 3, here it will print 5. Within these two value, I want to give a space. So this is the method using single println. I can print multiple data, means variables, identifiers, value on the screen. Okay. Now let us compile it. The program name is arraytest.java. Java C arraytest.java. Okay, no error. Java arraytest only. So it is here it is printed 3, then 5. Okay, 3, then 5. Within 3 and 5, I have given a, here I have given a space. So that space is given here. If I will not give any space, okay, if there is no space, then here output is different. Okay, so now suppose here I will print, instead of 1, I will print the position 2 data. Can anybody say what will be the data of 2 location? Yes. Can anybody say what will be the guess it? What will be the
Sir, there is no
Only three.
sir, only
Only
a
three will
three.
three will be printed.
here at the 0 position 3 is there, but at 2 position what will be the data?
Sir, garbage value?
Is it printed garbage value?
Sir,
No.
null.
Not null. When you initialize a data, any, suppose in C programming also, once you initialize a data, suppose 1 or 2 elements you have initialized, then rest elements automatically will set as per the data type, that is 0. Here 0. If it is character, then it is null. Okay. Now here 0. Okay, all elements will be 0. From 1 onward, means 2, 3, 4. Up to 4, I can access. Suppose now I can, suppose I will access this, let me do it. So all of you think about what will be the output. What will be the output? Can anybody say?
35000.
When I compile, there is no error. Okay. But when I run the program, it is showing the what is? See the screen properly. See it here. When I execute, it shows exception in thread main. Okay. The error, see the error, this exception message. Java.lang.array index out of bound exception. So that is the array which is generated at the runtime. So this is called runtime error. Okay. So as I told you in the PPT, that if you are trying to access, if you are trying to access more than the range, then Java runtime system makes Java runtime system will raise the error. Okay, it will raise the error. That I was trying to show here. Got it? That means we cannot access the more than the range. Because maximum data we can access is, we have reserved because of 5 spaces, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These data only I can access. First two data I have refilled, but the rest data is automatically set to 0. Okay. So at the time of array creation, array declaration, you can initialize the array also. So array can be initialized when they are declared. Okay, at the time of declaration. See here, int month days example. Int month days square bracket start and equal to within curly brace. You can initialize. In C also it was supported. Okay. Similarly, here also it is supporting. Now here there is no need to use the new operator. Automatically it set the size. The array is created large enough to hold all specified elements. Okay. Array is created large enough to hold all specified elements. Now let us see this example also. I will not initialize. At the time of creation, I will store the data. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So here, sorry, here 6 values it is stored. Now I am trying to access this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 3, 4 plus space plus error 1, 5. Let us compile this. What error it is showing? System out at line number 8. Line number system out println. ARR 0, ARR 1, ARR 2, ARR 3, ARR 4, ARR 1, 5. Where is that error? Sorry. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has printed. Okay. Now let us do one thing. Plus space plus ARR 1 between parentheses 6. Can anybody guess? Can anybody guess it?
I said that the last one will say they will show errors. Sir.
When it will show? At the time of compilation, it has not shown the error.
No, not the while running the runtime error will show. Sir.
Yes, at runtime, because of you are trying to access out of bound, so it is showing the error. Because at the time of creation, you have stored 6 data elements. So maximum size is now set to 6. So okay, so this is the method to initialize the array. Got it? Now, multi-dimensional array, that is two-dimensional array. So similarly in C programming language, like here also you can create two-dimensional array, multi-dimensional array. So here to suppose the declaration method is data type, the array name, parenthesis start end, like this way, the number of dimensions you can mention. So for example, int array, then next you initialize means create it. First it is declared, then create. Int array equal to new int 2 3 means 2 number of rows, 3 number of columns in each row. Okay. So then to directly you can initialize like when you declared. So int array square bracket start end, then equal to colibra start end. Again sub each row, for each row there is a colibras group 1 2 3 4 5 6, like this means in the first row that is 1 2 3, in the second row it will store 2 4 5 6. That is the method to initialize the two-dimensional array. Okay, so the array declaration is like C, but only the difference is in C we are mentioning the size at the time of declaration, but in Java first at the time of declaration we will not mention the size. You have to create like this the at the time of suppose int array equal to new. So this is declared as well as created. Okay, if you create it separately, then this word is not required. Okay, so this is the method to declare multi-dimensional array. So you can note down these things, how to create a multi-dimensional array. So till now, next point topic discussion is operators. Like C programming, here also in Java, so many operators are there. So the maximum operators were available in Java and C also. So similarly, here operator types. So assignment operator, arithmetic operator, relational operator, logical operator, bitwise operator, same thing which are available in C also. Okay. Can anybody say what are the assignment operators in C programming?
Is equals to
Okay. Anything else? Only is equal to.
Sir, greater than, less than,
That is
not equal to.
that is arithmetic.
that is
That
not
is
that is
Relational.
relational.
assignment operator. These are the arithmetic assignment operators. Okay. The plus equal to, you know already, plus equal to, minus equal to, star equal to, slash equal to, percent equal to. These are the arithmetic assignment operators. Equal to also there. Using equal to also you can assign. Okay. So the plus equal to meaning is if somebody has written v plus equal to expr, that means v equal to v plus expr. Okay, suppose a plus equal to 5, that is a equal to a plus 5. Similarly, minus equal to is equivalent to like this. Star equal to is equivalent to like this. Slash equal to equivalent to like this. Percent equal to equivalent to like this. Okay, this percentage is the modular operator. Modulus, it will find the modulus. Okay, so let us test this. Operator, suppose int ix, okay, ix equal to suppose 10, system dot out dot println, system dot out dot println ix equal to ix plus 5. Then ix plus equal to, remember when you write plus equal to operator, it should like this. There will be no space between plus equal to. The plus equal to suppose 2. Okay. So all of you note down the values, results, what it will come. Okay. I will ask you directly. Okay. We will test only these 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 things. Okay. So what will be the output?
14.
Only 14. There is so many
Oh, so,
so many system dot out println.
So first will be 10.
Wait,
10, 15,
Second will
17,
be 15,
14, 28,
17.
wait.
14, 28, 14.
Wait, I will ask to somebody, just wait for the, write the answer and note down it. I will ask you. Java C, program name is operator test dot Java. Then Java. Okay, who can answer? Okay, raise your hands who can answer this. Rest are silent. Only 3-4 people. Okay. Yes, roll number 34, Swayam Prabha. Swayam Prabha Sahu, roll number 34. Unmute it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So first will be 10. So next will be 10 plus 5, 15. Then, sir, 17.
You just tell me the answer, don't calculate it. 10, then
10, 15, 17.
15, 17.
So then
You have not calculated, raise the hand.
14. Then next 14.
Ah,
Then 28.
28. Okay. Anybody having different answer? Okay, all of you on raise the hand. If anybody having different answer, raise the hand. Rest unraise the hand. Those are supporting the answer, they unraise the hand. Yes. Swamprabha, you told na, unraise it now.
So it will be 10, then under the 10 it will be 15, not in a straight line.
Who is showing?
Exactly. Yeah, 15. Means,
Where?
sir, next to be the next line. I mean, new line.
10,
So 10.
then 15.
Yeah.
Yes. Then 17. Then 14. Then 28. Okay. Is there any changes in value?
So changes in value will not occur, sir.
Sir, one more
Sir, second
14.
one
Sir, at last there will be 14, sir.
Yeah, last will be 14.
Last will be 14.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
What happened? Could not find the load main class of test.
Sir, you have written class array test.
Okay, sorry. Operator test. Operator test. Java C. Okay, 10, 15, 17, 14, 28, then again 14. Okay, 10, 15, 17, 14, 28. Last value you have not told.
So that will be 14.
Okay. So this is the answer.
Yes,
All
sir.
of you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will proceed to the next. Okay, next is arithmetic operators. Basic arithmetic operators are there. That is plus, minus, star, slash, percent sign. Okay, all of you knew these operators in C programming. We should not discuss this again. This plus is additional operator, subtraction operator, multiplication operator, division operator. This is remainder operator. Here if 5% 2, the result will be 1. Okay. So these are the arithmetic operators. Next, relational operator. Double equal to, not equal to, this greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to. These are the relational operator. Just note down the points. These are the relational operator. Already you know this. See, single equal to is the assignment operator, whereas double equal to is checking the equality. Okay, instead of if you write if a single equal to 5, then it will assign 5 to a, not check the a equal to 5 or not. Okay, if you write a double equal to 5, then it will check whether a is 5 or not. Okay. So similarly, this is not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, not equal, less than equal to. Okay. Next, logical operators. So ampersand, piping, double ampersand, double piping, not. This is logical XOR. Okay. So this ampersand here we will see in C programming. Double ampersand was used for logical AND and double piping used for logical OR. Okay. So, but here logical AND is single ampersand, logical is single piping, whereas double ampersand is for short circuit and double piping for short circuit OR. We'll see the examples later. So this is logical NOT, this is logical XOR. Okay, so XOR, okay, this thing. So when you will use two operands, then these are the logical and short circuit operators. All these are called logical operators. Okay. So all of you note down these things. Next, bitwise operators. This inverts all bits. That is, you can say negation operator. Invert all the bits. So the 0 bit will be converted to 1 bit will be converted to 0. So ampersand also here there. Then there was ampersand, here also ampersand. Here these two operators will be treated here. This is bitwise AND operation. Okay, produces 1 bit if both operands are 1. Here this is bitwise OR produces 1 bit if either operator is 1. Okay, this is bitwise what? This is produces 1 bit if exactly one operand is there. Okay, operand is 1. Double greater than, this is shift bit operator. Already you know in C programming also, shift bit operator, shift towards the number of bits which is mentioned in OP2. This is double less than shift all bits of OP1 left by value of OP2. Okay, these are the bitwise operators. So now we'll see some examples using these bitwise operators. Okay. So byte instead of int, here I have created byte variable, byte type variable. Byte will require take how much byte, how much space?
2.
2. Already we have discussed this thing. Okay, you will check it later. Now let us see. So byte bx by. So bx I have assigned 5, by I have assigned 4. Byte will occupy 1 byte, remember. So 5, 4. Now byte bz is I have created bz equal to bx ampersand by. Then system out println bz. What will be the output, please? Yes. I am making the comments here so that it should not execute.
4 4.
Yes,
After 14 4.
yes, after
BZ will be 4.
PZ will be 4.
Yes, sir.
How?
BX 5, BY 4. So 101 and 100.
Uh,
100. That's 4.
this operator test. Na? Incompatible type, possibly lossy conversion from int to byte. Okay. So here, okay, let us declare int. Okay, so this is output is 4. How it is 4? This 5 is converted to bit, logical bit, so bitwise value, binary value, that is what? 5 binary value of 5 is 101.
Yes, sir.
Then byte value of 4 is
100.
100. So now this is 101 and 100. Binary AND operation is 100. So 100's integer value is 4. Now if I make it piping symbol, then what will be the output?
5.
Sorry. Output is 5. Okay. Because if any one is 1, then output will be 1. So 100, 101, the final output is 101. Okay. Now let us see Pz Bx double less than 1. What will be the value? Can anybody say? Shift bit 1 bit left. The double less than is shift 1 bit left. Shift 1 bit left means suppose you have written, suppose your Bx value is 5. 5 is 101. Okay. Shift
8,
1
8,
bit. Yes.
8,
8.
10.
It will shift towards left means it will fill one right side 10. Okay. What is the value of this? This is 2. This is 2, 4, 8.
10, 10, 10.
This is 10. Okay. This is 10. Now, here, if I write double greater than, then double greater than 101 will shift towards right means right side bit will be lost. Okay. The output is
2.
2. Okay, this is bitwise operator. Similarly, in C it was also there. Okay, if anybody has not understood this thing, you can refer the C data byte conversion method. So how can you bitwise operator is working? If again it is doubt, then we can discuss offline. Okay. Now I think today's time is going to over, so we'll stop here. I will take the attendance. And during that attendance, if anybody having doubt, we can discuss.